Today on the channel, it's Marvel Legends Lady Night, as from the Ultron Build-A-Figure wave, we've got Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and Sharon Carter.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today, from the Infinity Ultron Build-A-Figure wave, we got a little ladies' night with Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and Sharon Carter. But for all your Marvel Legend needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Zavi. Use discount code Kyle Peterson to save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal all day long. And we're slowly building Ultron from this Build-A-Figure wave. It's a slow piece-by-piece one. I don't know what's going on with Marvel Legends. Some of them are coming out, not the whole wave at once. At least not for me. But I'm still one away. I need Mr. Knight still. So once I get him, we'll rank the entire series and we will build the Build-A-Figure. But this very video, we're going to do it like all the other videos on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we're going to start it off with She-Hulk here today, fresh off her Disney Plus series, which I thought was a pretty good series, pretty much mind-numbing entertainment. And if you're a person like me that works a lot of hours a week, 12 to 14-hour days, sometimes 7 days a week, you want mind-numbing TV. I don't want to think watching a TV show. Most of the time I'm multitasking while I'm watching a TV show, so I need something that's easy to digest. I don't want to sit there and think, and that's what I got with the She-Hulk series. So it wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it was worth a watch one time. I wouldn't watch the series again. That goes for most things, but it's worth a one-time watch, at least for me, and that's where we're at with this one. So without further ado, let's see what She-Hulk's up to. Very cool packaging, especially it being the plastic packaging we've loved for years that is going away. One of the last Marvel Legends sets in the plastic packaging. You got She-Hulk down below. Of course, comes with a Build-A-Figure piece. And then you do just get a big old figure in there. Of course, it is She-Hulk. And we'll compare it to the last She-Hulk figure from Marvel Legends in this very video. But looking good there. Smiling face on the side. Looking happy. And looking happy over there, too, in her superhero suit that she got in the series, as we know. Got the cross-sell down below. Of course, we're unboxing all these guys and gals on the channel, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and we will build the entire wave at the end eventually here on the channel. Stay tuned for that. Got the blurb on the side. That's something that's missing in the plastic-free. No blurb. What are we doing, Hasbro? Put the blurb back on. Big glamour shot as well. Let's see what it says about our old buddy She-Hulk. Attorney Jennifer Walters' life is forever changed when she suddenly gains Hulk-like powers after an accident exposes her to the blood of her cousin, Bruce Banner. So there you go. We're off to the races and see what She-Hulk's up to, see what's going on with her. Very cool wall background. I don't think we've seen that before, but a nice little brick wall type action. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison for the She-Hulk. Not a whole lot with her. She's just pretty much herself. We'll pop everything out. Pop those out. A little tape action getting in the way, but we're getting off. There it is. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. So we do get the leg for Ultron, so we will talk about that when we do get to Ultron. And then we do get two Fists of Fury with She-Hulk. She better have fists. She is a Hulk after all, so we got to have those. Nice kind of... I don't know what kind of green you call this. Skittles green? Lime green? I'm not exactly sure. It's not Oakland A's green, that's for sure. But we do get two fists right there. And then we do get down to She-Hulk. So now we're down to business. Of course, this is a little bit bigger female-feeling figure. A little bit larger than most because, once again, she is a Hulk. She is big. But it looks really good. I mean, if you watch this She-Hulk show... definitely looks like the character. Definitely looks like She-Hulk from the show. Say what you want. Should she be a little bit meaner, bigger? Maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit bigger would have been okay. But I think this looks good for what it represents, what they're trying to get. I think it looks good in figure form. It'll be interesting if one of these days we'll get a very early classic She-Hulk figure based on the comic book. You'd have to think they will do that eventually for us. She does have her power suit that was made for her in the show, of course, and you got a little bit of ribbing on it. It's very interesting paint sculpting scheme here throughout. It just got a little bit of a texture to it, which feels really nice instead of it just being painted on flat. It really makes this figure feel a lot more than what it actually is, if that makes sense. But a beautiful head sculpt on this. Looks good with the hair. You got the black hair with the green throughout. Looks good. Skin tones look good. Looks just like the actress to me. Not too shabby all around. I think this is a very, very good figure. Of course, articulation, we'll walk through it on this one. Should be very similar to the other ones, but we'll see. But for the most part, they should be similar. Arms go all the way around. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. How about that? You guys know I'm here for that all day long and twice on Sunday. Hands back and forth, side to side. Hands removable, of course, if you want to put fists on her. That's what I'm going to be doing. She's going to have fists of fury flying around. Head back and forth, side to side. Of course, head removable. I got the hula hoop up top. No waist on her. She can do some She-Hulk splits if you need her to. She does got the thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Looks really nice. Looks really clean. Then she's got her sneakers on, back and forth, side to side. Just a very, very good She-Hulk figure from the TV show, and that's what we're looking for here. Does she fit on a ringside collectible stand? Make sure you get the Mattel stands, as I always say. And what do you know? She fits like a glove, like she was made for it. Fits perfectly. Just got to move her around and make her stand on there. But I like this one. This is going to be one of the best ones of the set, I think. Looks really, really good. Of course, we did get She-Hulk not too long ago. I believe this is a fan channel exclusive. A little bit different take, a different color green take for sure. Some differences there. And then we got this repainted once again in a gray scheme. So we got a gray She-Hulk as well. But I'd like to see the old school classic She-Hulk, you know, the 80s, 90s. Was she around late 70s, 80s, 90s, somewhere in there? Give us that version of She-Hulk. And I think there's still some meat on the bone for She-Hulk fans out there. And we'll see. Does she come back in another series? Does she join the Avengers? We'll see. I don't think her story is quite done yet. But She-Hulk, strongly recommend this one. A very, very good figure. Now we got to turn our attention over here to Miss Marvel, who also, as She-Hulk falls down, I got to get her standing straight on here. I got to pay her her proper respects. There we go. Now we're good. Now we turn our attention to Miss Marvel. And Miss Marvel, a character after my reading time of comics. And she does also have a Disney Plus series. I believe 6 or 8 episodes, something like that. This is one of those series I have not got around to watching yet. I still have to watch this. Still have to watch Moon Knight. Still have to watch Andor. So I'm behind on some things. I'm hoping I can find some time. What is time? Where is time? Why can I never find time? I just got to find time. But Miss Marvel, one of those series, who knows? Maybe I'll grab the kids. Maybe the kids would enjoy it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But we have had comic versions of her in the past, two or three times, depending how you keep track. She was part of the Marvel comic exclusive figure, maybe 2020, 2021, something like that. But we have had 2 regular releases. But now we get a more MCU release of her here. So let's take a look at the packaging on this one. Plastic in this package. Once again, you got the big Ultron body in here, a smaller female figure. Miss Marvel logo from the series as well. Very paint by numbers, old school packaging. We're going to miss this. We're going to miss this very soon. There she is on the side. Same picture on the other side. On the back, there she is. Big glamour shot. Got the cross cell down below. Warnings, all that kind of stuff. And then we got the blurb. Let's see what it says about Miss Marvel. Kamala Khan is 16 years old, good at school and bad at fitting in. But when she unexpectedly develops superpowers, she'll learn that what makes her different makes her powerful. Maybe I don't need to see the series, as I have a guess I could probably write the whole thing. You guys know I can write the scripts for these things, and I'm sure I can just see it. She gets bullied at school. She's got somebody she likes, I'm sure, something like that. See you later. It's just one of those things that I'm sure a little paint by numbers, not too deep of a show is my guess. I guess we'll call it there. So there it is, Miss Marvel. Pop her out. Oh, I'm happy to report she comes with 2 fists of fury as well. So these chicks here in this, they're not willing to, they're not going to back down from a fight. They're going to throw down if need be, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it all day long. See you later. Goodbye. So she does have 2 fists of fury. And yeah, these girls, girls, they're fighting. They got to fight. And it's not like the days when I was in school where girls didn't fight. Oh, they fight nowadays. The girl my daughter sits by at school in like 6th grade, she got suspended. She got in a fight. So, hey, it goes down even in this day and age. We do get the body here. We'll talk about this later on down the line. There it is. And now we get Miss Marvel. Oh, doing marvelous things right here at the table. A much smaller female figure compared to that She-Hulk, and different articulation patterns on this one as well. So let's walk through the articulation real quick on this. Arms, of course, go around. No bicep cut on this one. No double jointed elbows, single jointed elbows. Of course, hands are removable. She does got the trigger finger hand, and I'm not sure exactly why she needs that. She doesn't come with a weapon of any kind, so that's interesting. She does got a little hula hoop at the top, nothing at the waist. Very little as far as articulation for the splits, as her skirt does block things. She does got a thigh cut. She does have double jointed pinless knees, so we're here for that. And she does have sneakers once again. So these girls are all liking to wear sneakers here. But that is it. So articulation a little bit limited, a little bit step back in time articulation-wise. Her head does go side to side, up and down, back and forth. She does got, I don't know if I'd call it a cape. I guess you'd call it a scarf. So she does have a scarf going there. That's interesting. Good look to the figure. I've seen promotional images and clips of the show, but I haven't seen any episodes, like I said. But it does, I think you know who this is if you've seen those. Oh, okay, it's Miss Marvel from the Disney Plus series. I think that makes sense. She's got a very Lone Ranger-esque mask. Who's she fooling? Who's she fooling with this? I mean, we would know who she is. You know, oh, you're at school and all of a sudden you're on the news. Come on, what are we doing here? But she does have that, very superhero-esque, of course. It does got the traditional Miss Marvel outfit with the blues and the reds. Really do like the Converse style sneakers going on down there. Does she fit on a ringside collectible stand? That's always a good test, of course. And, oh, I don't think she's going to fit. She doesn't going to fit. Too small peg holes on this one. So I'm sure if you heat it up, you can make it work, but she's not just going to go straight into those peg holes. But it is kind of what it is. And, of course, we do have another version there, the comic version. I don't know. I don't know which one I prefer. Maybe if I watch the series, I'd like this one more. I don't know. But as of where I sit right now, of course, at this table, I'm going to go with the comic one. The comic one's got a little extra pizzazz, a little extra spunk to her. Yeah, just a little extra there. But it's not bad for what it is. We'll see. But I do expect this one probably to go to clearance. I think we've already seen some clearance on this one, and the wave's not really out yet. So that's always interesting as well. But second female done, the second Disney Plus series female done. And she's not fitting on a ringside stand, like I said, so we'll have to maneuver her to stand. Maybe a little lean. There it is. Bam, we're off to the races. And now we turn our attention to Sharon Carter, another Disney Plus hero or villain. I don't know. She's a bit of a tweener in this day and age, I guess. Of course, she was in the Captain America series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Miss Sharon Carter. Very cool. Once again, big plastic window. Got that packaging design. We haven't seen that in quite some time. It's probably over a year since we've had Falcon and Winter Soldier figures. At least it feels that way. Tons of different stuff with this in the pack. There she is looking very brooding. What's she up to? Who's she doing? Who's she working for? Who knows? Who knows? Same thing on that side. And then as usual, got the cross-sell, the blurb, the glamour shot, all that kind of stuff going on. Without further ado, let's see what's going on with Sharon Carter. Let's see what she's up to. In hiding after breaking the Sokovia Accords, Sharon Carter inevitably finds herself entangled in Sam and Bucky's globe-trotting fight. Oh, everybody loves a globe-trotter, especially if they're a Harlem globe-trotter. Those are probably the best globe-trotters of all time, I would say. But there it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right, we got tons of different stuff here. A lot of Ultron stuff with this one. A lot of pack-in, and we see that a lot with the smaller figures, the smaller female figures. They get the big build-a-figure pieces, things like that. Whoa, as we're throwing things around. One thing in common with all these females, fists of fury. Once again, we get fists here. All these girls, they're not scared to throw down if need be. So good for them. Good for them. It's the way it should be. Ready to fight. Ready to fight. And Sharon Carter, plastic prison. See you later. Goodbye. Off to the side there. Ultron pieces here. We get kind of arms and weapons and a head. And we'll play with these when we get to that video here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe and we'll talk all things Ultron in the future. She does come with a little club. It's like one of those sticks that go out and it extends and you beat people with. She's got one of those. So interesting one. Got a nice gray color throughout and then a little bit of brown down on the handle. I don't think we've seen this before, as long as I remember, but a nice little weapon there. And then she's got a weapon that doesn't mess around. She does have a knife, but crazy the plastic on this knife. Very gummy, very weird. I mean, usually we're used to a little harder plastic. This is extremely soft. So it's almost like a play knife. It's like very phony. I mean, it's not doing anything. So very strange once again. But now we get down to Sharon Carter, and this kind of feels like one of those paint-by-numbers female bodies of the past from Marvel Legends. Not all the articulation, bells and whistles, small body, kind of like the answer to the male suited body from Marvel Legends we've seen with like Mr. Negative and some of those, Everett Ross fairly recently. But it is Sharon Carter, another good figure that would be great if you are looking for Sharon Carter, obviously, but if you're looking for somebody in your wrestling figure audience, or you're looking for a person on the street somewhere for a diorama or something, this is one of those plain Jane people figures that get a little extra reuse out of them if you really needed to. So there's extra uses for this one if you want something above and beyond just the Sharon Carter figure. But she does have very Miss Marvel articulation. So the single jointed elbows, hands removal, of course, waist articulation, top hula hoop articulation, no waist articulation. She does have double jointed knees, but she does have pins, very loose, very AEW Jazzwares, if you know what that means. Very loose, easily breakable legs down here. So I wish that was a heck of a lot tighter. Not the greatest figure I've ever seen. I'm going to say that right off the bat. You do get the foot articulation. No, it's not McFarlane in the toe articulation. But boy, this feels a little cheap. This feels a little bit cheaper. It feels like, much like Miss Marvel, a little bit of a step back in quality on this one. So very strange. But I will say I do like the green jacket throughout. I like the blue hood over the back. The blonde hair looks like the actress that plays it. I guess you need this in your Sam Wilson display. I don't know. I'm trying to say what we would use this for, but it's okay. It's okay. This doesn't light anybody's world on fire. I'm sure if you play the long game, you probably get a discount on this. Same with Miss Marvel. I think She-Hulk will do okay at retail. The other ones, I don't know. You long gamers, you might be able to win on this one pretty good. She does fit on a ringside collectible stand. Make sure you're getting the Mattel stands, as I always say. She does fit good on there if you're keeping track at home. So a bit of a mixed bag here on Ladies' Night. It's always fun to have Ladies' Night. It's always fun to have the ladies here at the table. But for me, I'm definitely putting She-Hulk number 1. I guess Miss Marvel 2 and Sharon Carter last. If Sharon had a little bit better joint action, she might move up. But she's very plain Jane compared to these two. Clear as day, She-Hulk is the winner. Big female figure, green skin, good show, we'll put it at that. I think she wins out. But what say you guys? What do you think about these three ladies? You in, you out, you passing, you picking up? Let me know in the comments down below. But whatever you do, make sure you thumbs up this video. You made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day, and then some, even more content and bonus content over at the Patreon. And best of all, you do support the channel. Link in the description below. And you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media. SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Sharon Carter 2, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.